What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pigs Binders here, and welcome back to Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright when we left off. It is Professor Layton vs. Phoenix right now.
Yeah, finally.
Layton showed up on the Inquisitor bench to prove that Espella Cantabella is the Great Vivitch herself. What a betrayal!
Top 10 anime betrayals.
But meanwhile, us, Phoenix, we're working on Darklaw over here. We see what you're doing over here, you little shit. And we're in the middle of the testimony.
Miss Darklaw.
Yes, that is very correct. But now we're going to go through more of this testimony.
Do we even know her first name? It's just always been Darklaw.
I don't believe so, because I think we have profile. Darklaw.
Just Darklaw.
Perfect. All right.
Because her first name is
Let's talk
Bazella.
about because I don't think we pressed this when we left off, but it's about not allowing any one of these vigilantes to see me. And why was that?
Bazella Darklaw sounds
And
dope.
what were those reasons?
They relate to protecting the storyteller. It was something I was to carry out at that particular time. That's throwing me
Perhaps
off.
have something to do with what was already decided upon in the story.
The storyteller's word is absolute. Therefore, any and all those who make an attempt to alter his will must be dealt with immediately.
Well then, the game broke because she was having to think of a way to get this, so...
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Kira. Witness!
Yes?
Figures, she really doesn't remember her own name.
Yeah, she's like, he's not talking to me.
You seem to be deep in thought about something. Did you remember anything regarding the High Inquisitor's testimony?
No, I'm sorry. Nothing in particular. It's just... I'm a little disappointed in myself.
Disappointed?
I traveled all the way here to Labyrinthia in order to fulfill my mission, but... all I managed to do was fail and end up being captured.
Regardless of your own failure, Miss Kira, the storyteller did die as was foretold, did he not?
Tonight, as the rain came pouring down over the town, I arrived at my designated location. Naturally, the bell tower was surrounded by guards on patrol. 10 to be exact. I was very nervous.
She must be talking about the vigilantes.
Yep. Just relax, you'll be fine so long as you're wearing this robe. I kept telling myself. Little did I know I was wrong. But none of this would have happened if I was just a little bit more careful. God, the game's really breaking.
Yeah, it's really not liking us tonight.
Enough. I would be thinking more about atoning for your past crimes and less about what could have been if I were you.
Is there anything wrong with Kira's testimony?
Oh, this ambience. There's
don't-
fire all of a sudden.
I don't know if there was anything wrong. I'm just gonna say nothing's wrong yet and hold off until we go through everything. It looks like Kira's testimony is a one-way road to nowhere. Alright, no further questions, Your Honor.
Understood. Lady Darklaw, please continue your testimony.
I'm sure it's a road somewhere, especially with that fucking
Look at
look
her
on your
smirk.
face. I just want to go through everything else, okay? I'll come back to that one. Mom says about Tower's own intruders inside with their back turned. Yeah, I've read them. Hold it! Do you think it could have been the Great Vivitch Bazella? I mean, the thought must have crossed your mind. Surely you anticipated some sort of resistance.
While I hate to admit this, I allowed myself to act rashly without first considering the circumstances.
Ah.
So, the second I noticed their presence, I took action. Never did I imagine the intruder would have as much strength as they did. Perhaps I should have gathered more forces to accompany me. However, at the time, I was not thinking straight. I assumed any additional help would not be necessary.
But Lady Darklaw, through your quick thinking and judgment, you still managed to be successful. Wow. You still managed to successfully catch the suspect.
There you go, Judge.
I don't know how to talk.
Neither do I, don't worry.
Unfortunately, my lord, it was nothing more than pure luck. Exceptional results can only be attained through exceptional thinking. Don't you think? At all? Do you think
why
at
are
all
you looking
ever?
at me when you say that?
No reason.
Look, that's all we're getting out of her for now.
You know, if Darklaw was just going into the bell tower to arrest some intruder, then I wonder why she didn't just come out and say that to begin with.
Simple. That information was on a strictly need-to-know basis.
Need-to-know basis, huh?
That sort of secrecy is pretty common, but usually you've got to have a reason for not disclosing the information to begin with. Darklaw was hiding this information for a reason. That's why we need to find out. That's why we need to find out exactly what she was doing in that tower. I've got to get her to tell us.
Hey, Nick! Is it me, or do you feel like we're being watched?
Layton? Yeah. Tell me about it.
Wonder what's up with the professor? Something must have happened. There's no way he'd turn on us like this.
The professor has been very quiet so far. But surely, you must have noticed there's something that just doesn't add up with Darklaw's testimony. Anyway, there's bound to be something in this testimony that we can use. Just have to make sure we comb this thing from top to bottom for any contradictions.
That's right.
And I know that, Layton's not exactly, telling the full story, because when questioning Kira, he just talked about the fact of, like, you did your mission and killed the storyteller when he knows the storyteller's not dead.
Like I said before, he's playing the part right now.
Yeah, definitely what it seems.
He's trying to be all
must be dealt with
slick about
immediately.
it. Trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. Alright, I want to go through all this.
Witness! Yeah.
Come on, you were talking about your mission. I want to go through a little bit, skim through it, so I can see if there's anything that stood out again. Disappointed herself, disappointed. Got all the way to Labyrinthia, ended up failing and being captured. Night is bringing you downtown, arrived at my location. Naturally, about to surrounded by guards. 10, you're very nervous.
Yep.
Just relax. You'll be fine as long as you bring this row up. I kept telling myself, let it know what was wrong. But none of this would have happened if I was just a little bit more careful. Okay. So I think there might be something here.
Yeah.
Because she's saying that she was caught. Unless she's talking about Darklaw catching her.
Which I think she is.
I'm just going to use one of these handy dandy little things to make sure I go in the right direction.
Yeah, obviously, because we already tried the other one and nothing
Listen,
happened.
I'm just double checking because there's another statement that we had that had a switch, but this might give us information for that one. Hold on one second. About your testimony, Miss Kira.
Who?
You were thinking to yourself that so long as you had your robe on, you would be fine.
Yes, that's right. I was...
So basically, you were wearing the robe the whole time. You were on the top floor of the bell tower, is that
wait,
right?
That's right, I was. She wasn't saying more. It's hard to tell when there's dots.
Yeah.
Yes, I had it on the entire time. That is, until I was attacked. Then my robe was ripped off by the wind.
Miss Kira, this is the first time we've heard any mention of this information.
Is that so? I think I must have just forgotten.
Your Honor, perhaps we should update this piece of evidence in the court record.
Right you are.
I guess because, like, yeah, it's only visible to Eldritch Woods residents.
Yes, which means that, technically, Darklaw should not have seen the intruder.
Nope. Oh, what? You skipped the judge.
I think it was just continue with her testimony. Just a line I'm so used to seeing like 1,000 times on our channel.
I'm going to strangle you.
Alright, we know what to do now.
Strangle you?
Yes, but now that we have the update on this, that invisible robe worn by Kira when she was attacked, when you climb up and saw the intruder, you shouldn't have been able to see that.
Objection.
You're kidding. Okay.
What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm used to whenever we have the correct objection, it's just an automatic, the music goes out.
Yeah,
when
it
you're
did.
correct. This one faded out. That was weird.
Also, keep in mind, this isn't an Ace Attorney game,
I'm just
technically.
saying, but it's done that every single time beforehand as well. But
Well, they didn't want
so
to
the
do it.
person you saw when you entered the bell tower was actually Miss Kira. The only problem with that is that it would have been impossible.
He's like, yep. What are you talking about, Defender?
Miss Kira, or should I say, the witness, stated that while she was waiting on the upper floor of the tower, she was wearing her invisibility robe. Therefore, there's no way Miss Darklaw would have been able to see the witness.
Oh, you're quite right.
Unless...
Anyone wearing this robe becomes invisible.
Well, right, but there is just one particular group that can see anyone dressed in this robe.
And who is that exactly?
Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see the robe. If you're from the Eldritch Woods, then you'll have absolutely no problem seeing this thing.
Objection.
So, what you are saying, Mr. Wright, is that Miss Darklaw here actually hails from the Eldritch Woods. Is that correct? And that she knew this girl prior to tonight. That's right, Professor.
What is this?
It's what we call a check.
Yep.
A most impressive display, Mr. Wright. However, there is one detail that you appear to have overlooked. Something overlooked? You say Miss Darklaw saw something she should not have been able to see. However, the truth is that there is one other possibility as to what occurred tonight. Huh? Did you just say what I think he said? It's really easy to work out. Like a puzzle. Quite simply, the witness was not wearing the robe in the first place.
What are you talking about, Inquisitor?
This witness has proven her memory of tonight's events to be quite unreliable. I believe that by the time she climbed the bell tower, she had, in fact, already removed her robe.
What? 'Tis as you say, Inquisitor.
What the fuck, bro?
Why'd he give her an out? As you can see, Defender, your assertion is mere speculation at best.
Bro, I thought you were cool.
Your literal witness here has been lying to the court the entire time. It's as simple as that. What the fuck? No, I haven't. Not the whole time.
Whoa, one second. The witness was quite clear with her testimony. Isn't that right, Miss Kira? Don't do it.
I'm not sure.
What? No.
I mean, my memory is a little fuzzy.
No way. Of course, this is how it would go down.
It would appear there is nothing more to be gained from this line of questioning.
Your Honor, I suggest we return to the cross-examination.
A fine idea, Inquisitor. Well then, Lady Darklaw, will you please continue with your testimony?
As you wish.
Kira, goddammit! No matter how you slice it, Kira looks like she's definitely hiding something.
Well, there is some way of getting her to talk, huh, Nick? No matter what Kira says, Darklaw just stays cool and brushes it off.
Yeah, this is going to be easy, that's for sure. That's why we really need to set our sights on Darklaw. Keep doing that. And sooner or later, Kira's bound to speak up and say something.
Whoa, Nick. That's your most dastardly devious plan yet.
Alright, I know there's still a clue or two in this testimony somewhere. And I'm gonna find it. I should go back and double check her previous testimony. There have to be some more contradictions. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to the beginning then.
Yeah.
Town Square is the parade's final stop, and Bernard was amiss. Nothing was amiss? You mean there were no immediate threats to the storyteller, right?
Pretty
sure you've all done that.
Yeah.
Sorry, she must be part of that storyteller's death. There's no possible change. That's what you think too? Some, Maya. You know some? Sup, girl? I'm looking down the dump since the start. Alright, Kira looks sort of scared.
Yeah.
You can't afford. What if Kira anything Kira can tell us? We gotta remember the question the second I see an opening. Alright, I think this one also had some kind of is there something odd here thing. Miss Kira's footsteps when she's stuck in the bell tower, right? In the ground side was by muddy in the rain. Right, according to the vigilante's testimony, I thought it was her footprints.
Yep.
Oh,
Foxy.
man. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
The text box disappeared for that one.
Oh, the game. Oh, God.
We're fine. We're back in. Slide up, no heel mark. 7% of the footprints.
What?
Exactly. The time I ensure the safety of the town square. Doing so is the utmost importance that no one knew of my presence there. Just people knew she was. Blah, blah, blah. Indeed, and actually, this is why I did not want to do it.
Are you okay?
Sure. Alright.
Something very wrong.
Something very wrong here. Miss Darklaw, I just noticed something in your testimony that's very relevant to the case. The defense requests you amend your testimony.
You just can't help letting that ridiculous imagination of yours run wild, can you?
The Inquisition has no objections.
Very well. The witness will amend her testimony.
Okay. Let's see. There's no
There was
heel
no
on
heel
footprint.
on footprints as I ascended the stairs. I was careful to match my footsteps to them as far as possible.
Let's press that. Miss Darklaw, what was your reason for going up to the bell tower alone?
Because as I said earlier, I was in the town square to make sure the area was secure.
Okay, but surely you had some inkling that Bazella might have been lurking around there somewhere, right? Wouldn't it have been a lot better if you went into the bell tower with some backup from the vigilantes?
Yeah. Defender, you witnessed the summoning of the fire dragon with your own eyes, did you not? 10 more people at my side against a power such as that would only mean 10 more lives lost.
She's got a point there.
And besides, even if those 10 had been with me, their combined strength is nary that of even Barnum's annoying mutt.
Well, no objections here.
Hey Nick! About Darklaw's testimony. I think I noticed something kind of fishy.
Yeah, me too. Probably be a good idea to give the court record another check just in case. Alright. So, we present something here. There was no heel on the footprints. So, as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footprints to them as far as possible. So, now, if I'm correct, pretty sure there was still a heel on it. Unless she's saying that those are her heel prints. Because there's nothing else that I think would be relevant to that.
No, there was like no like stiletto heel.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Nothing else would be relevant to this. There's nothing else that'd be relevant to this.
The wording's weird. But maybe that's
why we have all these extra hint coins. I'm pretty sure it's that. This is just me to confirm or deny that that is the case.
I guess
That's
so.
gotta be the case.
Yeah.
Objection!
Yeah, 'cause there
Okay,
is
now
still,
what does she mean by that? Like,
What if I...
what
What I have here is a sketch of the footprints left at the bell
What
tower.
if I had a sketch, huh? That'd be neat.
So tell me, Miss Darklaw, are these your footprints in this sketch?
It would appear so. I could never mean to offend the hard work of Labyrinthia's vigilantes, but tonight's task was mine and mine alone.
Okay, when you put it that way, I can't help but notice a contradiction.
What did you say?
Miss Darklaw, you stated the following. When you climbed the stairs, the footprints had no heel, so you tried to match your footsteps to them as far as possible. However, if you look at the actual footprints that were left behind, you can clearly see that not only is the heel present,
Okay, yeah.
but so is the entire foot. If you are trying so hard to step on the footprints already there, then the footprints in this sketch shouldn't have heel marks.
That is very true. Although I do not think that a small detail is of much importance in the long run.
I have the same thought, but I'm just going with it. I agree, it's a small detail, Your Honor. But that's not all I noticed. There was something very telling about Miss Darklaw's testimony.
Telling, you say?
She stated that she stepped onto the footprints that were already at the scene in order to disguise her presence. Now, there's something strange there, specifically. Why were these footprints left at the crime scene in the first place?
Objection.
What?
Mr. Wright? Yes, Professor? Tell me, can you show the court why this seemingly minor detail is odd? I can't exactly do that at the moment. You can say whether or not these footprints are indeed worthy of concern. And if it is an issue, then what exactly are the implications? That above all is what you must answer, Mr. Wright. I do not believe you can assert that this is a blatant contradiction at this time. There he goes again, flexing that amazing brain of his.
That's enough.
Miss Kira?
Lady Darklaw, how could you simply abandon us? How could you betray us?
Oh shit. What's happening?
A revolution of the shades.
Betray? Witness, what is the meaning of this?
Oh boy, is this gonna be some tea?
Lady Darklaw, you are the mistress of the Eldritch Woods. You are the one responsible for handing us our tasks.
What?
Well, damn.
Oh. This wretched girl is nothing more than a detestable spawn of magic. Her words cannot be taken seriously. People of Labyrinthia, I ask you, what am I if not a loyal daughter of this fair town? No! You're lying, Lady Darklaw. When I was waiting up there at the top of the bell tower, I was most certainly wearing that robe.
Damn.
Go off! Lady Darklaw, you were also wearing a similar robe, were you not? Don't you remember? What nonsense. I haven't a clue what you're babbling about. I simply managed to sneak right by those makeshift guards. It was not the most demanding of tasks for someone like me. Yes, you're right. That would be true if you'd been sneaking around by yourself.
By yourself? Witness, explain yourself.
Enough. Listen to me and listen well. Continue as you are, and I will see to it that this court be the last place in which you ever set foot.
That's threatening a witness. It's contempt of court.
It matters not. The end is already nigh.
Damn.
After the events of today, I shouldn't even be here right now.
Miss Kira, you're saying that Miss Darklaw was not by herself at the time of the incident tonight?
That's right. Lady Darklaw was wearing the invisibility robe.
Oh.
And underneath that robe was a young girl passed out on her back.
But what?
A girl? Could that be?
Yes. It was the very same girl imprisoned inside that cage up there.
You mean... Espella Cantabella?
Yo, Kira just fucking dropped an atomic bomb on the court.
Order, order!
She's given zero fucks anymore.
So the accused was carried up the bell tower?
My lord, there is nothing left for me to say. 'Tis the word of the High Inquisitor versus that of a witch. Tell me, who would you sooner believe?
Gaslighting motherfucker. Miss Darklaw, you of all people should be aware. This isn't a matter of believing or not believing. I'm afraid those are words that carry no meaning here. The only thing that carries any meaning here within the courtroom
Evidence.
is evidence.
Evidence is
Don't you
everything
agree,
in
Mr.
court.
Yes, absolutely, Professor.
Well now, things are beginning to heat up a little, are they not?
That's just the fire burning behind you.
Fine. Tell me, Defender, have you the means to prove this assertion? Do you actually think you can prove that I, the High Inquisitor of Labyrinthia, carried the accused into the bell tower?
From the looks of it, Miss Kira was supposed to keep quiet about Darklaw's little secrets. But she couldn't deal with all of Darklaw's denials and finally found the guts to chime in.
Go off, Queen.
I can't let Kira's effort go to waste. I don't care what stands in my way. I'm going to find the truth. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present evidence proving that Miss Darklaw did in fact carry my client up the tower.
Very well, defender. You may present your evidence. So is the evidence that proves Lady Darklaw carried the accused up the bell tower.
Evidence? I don't think it's the pendant, because that's the pendant that came off her neck in the fight. That's not having relevance. The footsteps, that's all done and done. The vigilante report, the bell tower was constantly guarded and there was no trespassers. That doesn't really have anything on it. Bell tower plan doesn't...
Well, no
just shows the
trespassers
crime
would
scene.
mean that's how she slipped by. Is what
Well, no, because this isn't about Darklaw slipping by. This is about proof that Darklaw carried Espella up the bell tower stairs.
the fact that there was only one set of footprints. Maybe.
I don't feel I mean, that's something, but I don't feel confident in that because, like saying, you could have just walked over top of the footprints, and that's such a minimal fact of everything.
Hint time?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Just keep things pushing forward.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. I want to go with it because it's the only thing at this point that can have any relevancy. Just keep on talking about these fucking footprints.
Take that!
I was right, I think.
There was something in your testimony just now that I'm not buying. And that's the footprints that were left at the bell tower.
Did I not just finish admitting that those were my footprints?
Miss Darkley, you stated the following. There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footsteps to them as far as possible. However, the reality is, the footprints pictured in this sketch actually do contain a heel. That means something must have prevented you from being able to tiptoe along the footprints that were already there.
Prevented? Ah! You mean...
I didn't even think about that.
I was kind of on that road, but I was like, I
so
might be overthinking
that's so
it.
obscure.
But that's right, Your Honor. Miss Darklaw, when you climbed up the bell tower tonight, you must have been carrying Miss Cantabella on your back. Is that correct? If you remember, it rained quite heavily tonight. That means the stairs must have been quite slippery. With your two hands occupied carrying my client, there would be no safe way for you to tiptoe up the stairs without falling. That right there is the truth behind the footprints on the staircase. Bap.
Lady Darklaw, you...
Fine, I admit it.
How are you gonna fix this one?
It is as you say. I donned the robe and made my way up the tower. But I was not alone. I carried both Espella Cantabella and her little friend up the tower with me.
Little friend?
Cat. That black-furred creature of hers. The thing is nary ever a second from her side. Oh, she must mean Eve. When I arrived at the top of the tower, I saw this girl already there and called out to her. I was very shocked to see the mistress show up in person like that. The girl's presence was an inconvenience, so I immediately put her to sleep. Believe it or not, it's just like you said, Defender. I used what remained of Belduke's medicine to put the girl out of the picture.
And that's when Miss Kier put up a fight and pulled this pendant right off your neck, correct?
That's right.
I cannot fathom it. That would mean this pendant actually belongs to you, Lady Darklaw.
I mean, we realized that like 5 days ago.
Bap.
I just have one question, Miss Darklaw. Why? Why take Espella up the bell tower? Why render her unconscious? And why go through the trouble of sneaking past the guards? What exactly was your aim in all of this?
I am in no way obligated to answer that question, Defender.
Yeah, you are. What? What makes you say that?
Simple. None of this has any relevance to the case at hand. That is why.
Don't you pull that shit. Miss Starklock, you rendered the witness unconscious and locked her up at the top of the bell tower. I'd say that is more than a little relevant.
Objection.
I went to law school too. Your Honor, if I may. The Inquisition believes the defense's question to be irrelevant to the current case.
Huh.
But, Professor, what are you saying? This is the wrong answer to the puzzle, but it seems the defense has forgotten a very important point. Namely, the point of this, Mr. Wright. Huh? The aim of this trial is to find the identity of the great Vivitch Bezella. Whether or not Miss Doglaw locked the witness at the top of the bell tower is hardly relevant to the purpose of this trial. But. There is one thing that is very clear, and no buts. Neither Miss Doglaw nor this witness could possibly be Bezella. What? If either one of the two were Bezella, then there would be no need for them to have used this robe of invisibility. They cannot use any magic, and therefore it is inconceivable that either of them could be the Great Vivitch.
A rather straightforward argument, if there ever was one.
At the time of the incident, there were 3 people present. Of those 3, 2 used the robe of invisibility to vanish from sight, leaving only one person. Indeed, Miss Cantabella. With this in mind, the larger question is, who is Bezella?
Is that not obvious? The accused, Isabella Cantabella, is the only possible answer. Besides, the accused's voice was heard by all the townspeople chanting the spell Grandworm.
Objection.
It would be nothing for I but handle. But not so fast. I happen to think these witnesses are extremely relevant to this trial. Did you forget about Miss Kira? She supposedly took a one-way trip into the pit of fire over there.
Damn.
And yet, here she is, in one piece testifying that she returned in order to kill the ruler of Labyrinthia, the storyteller. Then there's Miss Darklaw, who rendered the defendant unconscious and proceeded to transport her up the bell tower. I'd say there's more than enough reason to investigate who these two really are. Only to discover that they are not, in fact, the great Vivitch Bezella. I'm saying there's possibility that these two are somehow related to Bezella. It's called you investigate and you find out, and you pull the possibilities out.
The court will now announce its thoughts on the matter.
And it will talk about its thoughts next time.
I will announce its thoughts next time.
Hey, that's a boy, Judge. Look at you, play along with this.
It's only
You've learned
been
well.
How many years?
I mean, it depends which judge you are.
I am the all-seeing judge. I possess every judge there is that we ever come across. Why do you think my voice is always the same? I am omnipresent. Fear me.
I am terrified, yes.